Hello again, everybody. Still at High Hrothgar here, so Hjalti will take off his mask, probably, and then eat breakfast. Let's see. Some wine, perhaps, some beef. Can't have too many sweets. That should about do it. I'll talk to Arngir, I guess, before I go. He has a little bit of interesting dialogue and also points you in the right direction for finding Dragonren. Because Paarthurnax, of course, really knew nothing about that.
So, did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the Dragonren to shout? So be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock
A really
of the
foolish outlook on something that's such an important, keystone of the entire universe.
Scroll you seek. Such black. Take your question to the College of Winterhold. Perhaps not. But this shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that?
I mean, we delayed him by like 5,000 years in 4 eras. That's a pretty good outcome.
Only postponed the day.
Doing that again would be quite satisfactory, really.
The world is meant to end. So be it. Let it end.
This is such like a stupid thing to say, because like he knows I was sent back here by the gods. He said so himself. Like there's a reason to have a Dragonborn right now. But somehow he wants to just defy the will of the gods and assume that Alduin, who's clearly just acting of his own volition and is evil, is... yeah, it's just... none of it makes sense. So, fairly straightforward mission today. I'll be traveling to Riften for part of it, but I'm going to fast travel to Iverson because, as I said before, the mountain really just has nothing on it. It's tedious to get down. I will be walking the slow way to Riften, because, as I've said, with all these bears around it now, it's actually pretty dangerous. So... worth showing the trip. Not something I can skip over in good faith. Could have some good random encounters too, we'll see. Traveling in the daytime as a vampire always has that stamina nuisance. Well, let's see what I get. I'll equip my traveling gear out here, so Morokai Mask, Necromancer's Amulet sounds good too. I'd better make sure that my shout is Kind's Peace, I think. And I should make sure I have Detect Life on 2, and oh, don't need Clear Skies anymore, but I probably will need Fury at some point. There we go. We're good to go. So, hopefully I can get a random encounter around here. Let's see what we get. Ooh, hostiles approaching. Ooh, these look like Dawnguard members. I'd almost forgotten they were a possible random encounter. Well, let's see if I can Fury one of them. Nice. Hope they'll fight each other. They've got crossbows. Crossbows shoot very fast. Can make them hard to dodge. They're also extremely sturdy. I can't tell what kind of race this guy is because he's in the helmet, but he sounds like an orc. Ooh, is that guy with the crossbow going for me again? I don't want that. He might be high enough level to do some serious damage, despite just being a common human. If I can feed upon one of them, I'd be happy to. But... oh. I do a vampire seduction, so I can do that in principle. Maybe I better focus on just this one guy for now, and then get the other two to fight each other, then feed on the survivor. Helping my ass. That was a bolt landing near me. Yikes. Where are you shooting from? Why can't I see? Oh! Yeah, he did some serious damage, and I better keep healing. You fight crossbows same as you fight anything else. You run back and forth so they miss you. I don't know where the other one is. I only see one dot on the map. Right, well. Alright, one down. Weren't there 3 of them? Strange. And ominous. Oop, that didn't work. Well, I hope this qualifies. That's it? That's your best? Not quite. Also a very sturdy one. Ooh, still aiming for me. We'll see. Switch to a lame melee weapon. Speaking of their weaponry, they have unique armor, as you can see from their appearance, and so occasionally they have unique weapons too. Not like useful unique. Where did that body bounce to? Ah, whatever. There'll be plenty more where that came from. I really want to keep my Atronach in melee, so I can do its burn damage. It's such a big part of my DPS. Well, I did not want to get that level up there. That's what I get for wearing these frost resist boots. I also really got greedy. There's something that Atronach said just... Wow. Total incompetence. Well, maybe I will now... Power, Vampire Seduction.
Damn visit.
Seems appropriate to feed on this Dawn Guard. Much better. Alright, you can die now. So they have crossbows and bolts, one of the few sources of them if you're not one of the Dawn Guard. Their helmets have an absurd value ratio, but I really don't need the treasure, so. What I do need to do is re-equip Kind's Peace. And that could have been a disaster if I tried to do another Vampire Seduction on a troll or something. Or a bear, more likely around here. I don't know where the other one went, and I do find that worrisome, but maybe that one that I furied was strong enough to just kill him? I guess it is possible. Oh, well, what do you know, a troll. I feel like I've been leaving this guy alive for several trips now, and I'm just going to keep doing so. Trolls are not worth the trouble. So, this way to Riften. Great. There's often animals around here. Ooh, and a person. Let me unequip my creepy mask. Ah, it's the revelers, I think. Well, I've got honey brewmead for them. And I don't have to treat myself to any other kind of drink.
Need something? Hail! Ah, but you look tired. Yes, this good. Cheers, my friend.
I really never need their amulet again because I have Geob's strictly superior one, but whatever, I can sell it, I guess. Not that I need the money. So really, there's no reason for me to talk to them instead of just blowing them all away, but I am always obsessed with hoarding treasure. What has been gnawing on this fox? Nothing around here, I guess. Sprinting out in the wild is dangerous, but it is a big time saver too. Anything around here? No? Oh, wow, there's often animals around there. There's some animals, but not the kind that I'm worried about. So, fairly straightforward mission today, as I was saying earlier, I think. But I also hope to get a special power-up that I've been building up toward for a long, long time, which will help a lot with said mission and with all future things that I do, really. Nothing there. Just need to do a quick every direction check. Never know when a bear might be right behind you. Ah, there's that camp outside, I think, Trevor's watch. The ring of the erudite looks so classy on my finger. Cast all day. Is that another deer? Really very few animals, actually. I may skip this route next time if there's not going to be anything dangerous along it. Or is that like a fox chasing a deer? Sure, okay. Really nothing but deer. Must take longer to respawn this route than I thought. I must have cleared it out more thoroughly than I thought last time I was coming through here. That was with Esbern, I think, right? Oh, it's Maik the Liar. Don't mind him seeing my creepy mask, which I don't have on anyway. Oh well. What? I don't get any lines from you? Not even one. Lazy thieving cats. Well, getting close to Riften now. I think, unfortunately, that the inn will not have had time to respawn, so there won't be any new Eider cheese wheels in the cellar. There's a person who shouldn't see me wearing this thing.
Important deliveries to make.
Oh.
No time for chatting.
Ooh! Something. Oh, it's just them fighting the giant over there. Nobody cares. Orcs can deal with their own stupid, self-inflicted problems. Rather vague problems, actually. I remember going through that questline and just having no idea what the actual problem was. All the orcs were saying was a terrible curse upon their fortress. It might have been, like, insomnia for the war chief or something, but, like, maybe not even? It wasn't explicit. Might have been something else just making it impossible for him to sleep, and we just never really found out. So, hard to care when you don't know what problem you're supposed to be solving. Closest to town now, I better get into my town clothes, I think. Find clothes, find clothes, find clothes. Haggling. That ought to do it. Shouldn't be any dangers out here when we're so close. Again, that's the Shadow Stone over there. Shadow Stone is absolutely horrible. Never ever use it. It grants you like once per day invisibility power, but once per day invisibility is just not good because invisibility is cancelled off the instant you do anything, including like opening a door or picking up like an apple off the table, let alone fighting somebody. So, useless. Alright, well.
Don't like.
Maybe I'll help myself to one of the guests at the inn. I'm still mad at the innkeeper for sending thugs after me for having taken like a 1 gold item off the table, so it seems a good way to insult their establishment further.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
I may do some shopping in town, too.
Blessings of Mara upon you.
What is it you seek, my child? Your
This is
efforts
a
have
while
helped
ago.
illuminate the entire province.
So that's it.
By now you've
That
achieved
completes
a higher
this whole
comprehension
quest.
of
Took me
love.
all over, well,
Carry
mostly
the
just
blessings
southern
of Mara
Skyrim.
with you, so the rest of the province may shine with her glories.
And so you get this permanent, amazing bonus. You also help turn out these flyers. I probably won't do that right now.
Good journey,
There's no real
my child.
benefit to that. Kelty would care about it, but like he probably wouldn't ask right now. So, Agent of Mara, where is it? Is it under... Ah, there we go. So it's under this name. So just permanent 15% magic resistance. I mean, it's not that amazing on its own, but it takes up no slots. That's just absolutely amazing right there. And of course, when I already have so much other magic resistance, that just like stacks my resistance through the roof. So, I'm really getting up there into the impervious to magic zone. Put on my anti-magic gear, I'm at basically the maximum amount of resistance. Fantastic stuff. And that's just on all the time from now on. Every character, without exception, should try to get that.
I have a letter here from Quintus Navale. Looks like that's
So I've advanced far enough in the main quest, I can now do the White File quest further. So I'll stop and do that, because I'm going to Windhelm eventually anyway. Let me read that note. During Neurelian's convalescence, I've been studying the legends of the file. I don't know enough of Enchanted to make one anew, but with the proper materials I may be able to repair the original. Well, you pretty much have topped Neurelian there. Please come see me as soon as you can. Respectfully, Quintus Navale, Windhelm. So that was like the obnoxious alchemist's friendly young apprentice. Bringing up Hawking
My
his
skill in
patent
battle is
medicine.
unmatched.
He really is quite useful.
That skill can be bought.
If you've got the coin, sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room.
Yeah, what
right
do you
this way.
want? If this is about the
So he
meadery,
runs the
you
meadery,
told
right?
me you could
This
use a
guy,
drink.
sitting
Well,
right next
what do
to
you say
him,
to some cheap meat?
will give you meat he's been stealing from the meadery.
I'm selling the best meat in town for cheap. Interested? No, friend. You've got it all wrong. I'm not selling cheap meat. I'm selling good meat for cheap.
So he gives away the skin right in front of this guy like a complete idiot. I'm not sure how we're supposed to interpret that in character. Anyway, he basically gives you blackbriar meat at below cost and he can go sell it, I guess. But that would just make you an absolute pittance of money, so not worth it.
What's your problem?
What's better is to report him to his boss, then he can loot like hundreds of free blackbriar meat out of the meadery, because then you count as his friends and you take his stuff. Absurd, but incredibly profitable if you care about early game money, I guess.
Hey, Talon, get off
Oh
your
no!
Talon.
She can see me through the walls and knows I'm sitting down. Doesn't make a bit of sense.
Take care of the customer.
Keep your scales on.
Seem like such a happy couple, don't they? I meet him outside my room so he doesn't, like, stay in there lurking while I'm trying to
Want a
sleep.
drink? If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Besides doing your job? Yeah. Okay, so, I'll maybe sleep until a bit after midnight, see who's up and about then, feed upon them, go back to bed. Could be any traveler or ne'er-do-well in Riften. People are going to sleep over in that room. Lizard blood. I'll give it a try. Mostly because I don't like it. Better than elf, at least. Oh, it's just wood paneling under there. Okay. So, get a more proper night's sleep. Wake up when people are in their stores, buy and sell a few things, and then hit the road. Get on with the mission. Like I was saying, it's been a long time since I went to the College of Winterhold, and it's about time I went back. Let's have a sweet roll. Get some seared slaughterfish, and an apple, and Norton. I've been waiting for a chance to advance the questline I do for Arniel Gain,
Yeah.
and I'm finally going
What's
to the
your
correct
problem?
region for it. She's Thieves Guild. All the Thieves Guild people are just horrible jerks. It's hard to justify ever joining them, even on the thief character. Oh, this guy.
It's so... Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind
Come to
heart.
see Balaman perform miracles. Blades, helmets, pretty much
you have
anything to
anything
suit your
useful?
needs.
And I do already have plenty of carrying capacity stuff if I ever wanted it, so no. Alright, what can I sell you? I mean, this thing is unique. It's not actually good for my character, so I'll get rid of it, but I mentioned that you can only find this in that one place, and there's nothing like it for slightly boosting your smithing up. Selling these things seems like dangerous, so they can get around the I'm a Vampire's murder the Dawn Guard, but the Dawn Guard has a kind of an iffy reputation for some reason anyway, so maybe we'll just rely upon that to protect me. Plus, they apparently already know who I am, even with my mask, somehow or other, so... Alright.
If you need any more smithing work, come see me again.
Plenty of general goods merchants around here.
If anything, please.
A much more
everything I've got on
polite
display,
Argonian.
Really.
Nothing useful. I'll sell that, though. I don't really need this anymore. Definitely don't need this ever again. It served me well, but that time is over.
Safe travels, Landstrider.
Where's Grog? Oh, there she is.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
You gonna stare all day? Look, I'm not... The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better.
She's not selling these yet. Okay. Maybe in a
Come back
second or
when you're
two.
ready to spend more
Can I
gold.
interest you in...
I'd spend some gold if you let me. Yeah, he never sells anything of any use. So... this might still be useful. Sort of. Because I have the Archmage's Boots to go with it. Yeah, so I'll keep it. It's light anyway. I probably will never really need this again. With the Ring of the Erudite. But I'll hold on to it just in case. That thing too. Just in case I really need to maximize my anti-magic. That thing is going to be very useful sometime. You notice these things like together are still like not quite as good as an Ellsworth Fondue. That stuff is incredible. Don't ever need that. Yeah, it's too weak to really be worth it. Miner is not really worth the trouble. Stamina is useless to me. Useless to me. I could sell this to an alchemist, but whatever. Yeah, have some drugs. I'll take that to Isolde. Yeah, I'll keep one of those. That's a solid magic resistance, actually. I will keep that. Alright, good enough.
Keep your eyes to the road.
Come on, come on. Everything I've got on display.
Let's see if I can hear a dragon somewhere. High boots resist frost, not good enough. Okay. So, what can I sell to you? I think we've been through most of this. Scrolls, any of those that are good to sell? That's useful, this is worthless. Useful, useful. I don't think I would give that away, really. Most of the things are things that I'm keeping for some kind of reason. I'll sell this thing, spread it around, at a loss even. It just has like all the pages of his journal talking about his exaggerated exploits of slaying the cliff racers. So, we've got the pond prawn left. I'll hit that up. How much weight am I at anyway? Not too bad. Would like to get it lowered though.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about
Trinkets,
Riften,
odds and
not enough
ends,
about himself.
that sort of
Anything
thing.
good in your apparel category? Yeah, it's equal. Worthless. Okay, so I have a stack of soul gems here. Those things are heavy, so I'll get rid of those and these. And I'm just never doing enchanting in this character, so have to get rid of all that. Sure.
Good. Hey.
And I guess I'll go down to the alchemist too. Don't think I have anything for the court mage, but yeah, I don't really have anything for her. So, down to the alchemist I go. And then out the door. Where there's adventure to be had. This is a dungeon that I'm looking that I haven't really done often before. As I recall, it's somewhat unusual in terms of what you're fighting.
Interested in my potions and ingredients?
Yeah, as many as you can afford. Yeah, whatever.
Yes, goodbye.
Oh, 50 speech is a great, great speech level. Because now if I wanted to waste some perks, I could sink a couple in there and get the merchant perk, which is absolutely amazing. And also is a great prereqs too. If you care about making money, which you shouldn't, the first level of speech perks is great. Gives you 10% bonuses to prices, both buying and selling. Whereas all the future levels only give you 5%. And you also get the allure perk, which if you're a female character means you get 10% better prices with all male merchants, which is 90% of everybody. There aren't that many female merchants, so it's not as great for male characters. And then you can get merchant, which lets you sell any kind of good to any kind of merchant. And buy. Lets you access some rare kinds of goods that you cannot find any other way. Oh wow, there's a Khajiit caravan here. I better catch up with these guys and see what I can get from them. Okay. Get back here, you...
Bandits harass the caravans at every step, but Khajiit
Bring your
usually
coins,
scare them off.
but do not bring trouble.
Great, is this the one who sells things? No, bears. No, it's not. Where is the one who actually converses the group? The rest are worthless to me. Maybe they're running out? I guess I'll just run over there and check. It has been forever since I found Khajiit. Okay, they've caught up with their leader here. Yes.
So many of us. Take a look.
So, anything good? Not really. But I will take your moon sugar. Oh, that's worthless. People that speculate about what they're used for, there is no use, they are just worthless. Selling the empties first, they have like a worse price to weight ratio. That's useful for some kinds of quests, and they hold on to that for the time being. Just trying to unload a few odds and ends, really. Not that it's weighing me down much. I don't have anything else in here that I really want to sell, do I? I have a lot of potions, that's kind of the problem. I have more potions than I truly need. Yeah, that'll do.
May the sun keep you warm, even in the
In case you didn't know, the word You know, amethyst comes to us from the ancient Greek, and basically relates to the word for drunkenness. They had this superstition that amethyst would prevent people from getting drunk somehow or other, if you wore them as a pendant. Don't know where anyone would get such a silly idea, which you could pretty clearly tell wouldn't be working, but, you know, whatever. I'm gonna just crouch down here behind this tree, I think, and change it to my adventuring clothes. So, I'm gonna keep that ring, probably Necromancer's Amulet for most purposes. I'm away from civilization here, so that. Archmage's robes. I think I'll put on the Archmage's boots too. I didn't want to gain that. Oop. What have I aggroed? Something up there. A troll? I can outrun a troll. It's better than trying to fight it. The Khajiit will just try to fight their way right through that fortress every time. Even though it's just full of bandits. And they'll somehow make it. Oh yeah, the town of Shorestone. I forgot about that. So, that. I guess there's a smith here, but I really have no smith shopping to do. I could just like cross my fingers and hope he has something useful that I can buy, but so far I've had no luck with that, really. All I really want are fire resist boots. I guess I'll just give him a check.
Fancy. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Nope. Okay.
Don't kid yourself.
I don't even know what that means. So, where am I going? There we go. Straight ahead then. So, need to acquire that staff for Enthir so he'll let me progress with Arnia. Kind of roundabout, but that's the way it is. The staff is in a random dungeon. This time it's this really out of the way one, so I thought I'll just wait until I have an opportunity to actually be traveling through this region anyway on my way to Windhell. I make pretty good time as a vampire, at least. Well, can make good time as anybody who has this stamina restoration perk, but despite being a vampire, I can make good time. I think I will take down this bear. This is going to be... Oh, it's a cave bear. Oop, nope. Nope. Bad. Alright. Kind's piece it is. Not worth the trouble if he's not going to go for the Atronach. Oh, he is going to go for the Atronach. So, that means Kind's piece just got wasted right there. So that's bad. I will have to put on Morokai. Mask on, mask off. I can maybe shot him down that slope if I could lure him over there, but with a cave bear's damage, that's not worth the attempt. It would kill me if it got me. I'd better conjure another Atronach. Okay, that go to it. Get some magic back, help him do his damage, and the bear is doing his unproductive roaring attack there, where it just does nothing. So attack from a misnomer. What a hassle. Okay, the next one just gets a Kind's piece. A wolf, on the other hand, is pretty easy pickings. What are you running from? Another wolf, okay. Creatures in this area have not been upgraded. There were wolves like 15 levels ago when I last came through here. I've been upgraded quite a bit since then. Nothing down below. Ooh, something down below. Alteration 53. Well, I guess if I get to the 65, I can get some great spells next time we go to Winterhold, but that's a long ways off. Not really worth the actual character levels it would get me. When I get to 70, I can maximize my... Oh, I aggroed it, huh? I hear a dragon. I don't really feel like dealing with that. Fine. That's what, like 4 wolves, a bear, and now a frostbite spider? So, 6 animals? Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, I really don't want to fight a dragon, so I hope that it's way over there over the, Oh. Nothing else. Hope it's over the hot springs, so just off in the dragon. I certainly fought a couple there on this character. I don't know what it would take for a video game to make a fight with the dragons actually feel suitably epic. Skyrim doesn't quite get there. It was a great concept, a cool concept, and certainly made me interested in the game, but it didn't really work out quite as well in principle.
Come along, no more stops.
These guys again.
Need to find our way to
They'll be stuck until I'm near the end of the Dark Brotherhood quest line. And they still won't make it. They'll just like be attacked by a dragon and be limping their way home, badly burned and without their stuff. Why? Okay, the bear's gonna fight the wolf. I was right about where the dragon was, at least. Don't fight me. Why are they fighting each other? They're supposed to be hostile to each other. That's bizarre and disquieting. A hostile over there. Well, as long as he's gonna stay out of my way, I'm not concerned. Hostile mage, maybe? You look the type. What are you, a dark elf? No, high elf. Nice. A sturdy high elf. Well, let me put on my boots of frost resistance if you're going to be doing it that way. That'd be dope. You know, I don't have to deal with this stuff anymore. I'm the Dragonborn now. Just one more way to keep my feet from getting wet. Hjalti's main objective. Acquire political power, eat sweets, and don't get his feet wet along the way. Ooh. Alright, I hope I don't need to aggro that dragon. Maybe I'll cut off the path a little bit here. There's that giant cap. I think I lured him through the last time I was fighting a dragon in this region. If I get a closer look at his tail, I can tell if he's a blood dragon. They have a different kind of tail shape. Yeah, he looks like one. So I definitely don't want to fight him if I can avoid it. What are you, a saber cat? Freaking saber cats, I hate all of you. Ooh, not there. Whatever. Let's see. Getting close. Let me consult my map, make sure I'm not... Oh, I am missing it. Okay. Probably this road here, or this path will lead me to it. Maybe it's another way around. I'm not terribly familiar with this area. I've only done this dungeon maybe once. I've done most places in Skyrim at least once. Is there like a hunter's camp over there? Where do I get up there? Is this a path? It looks like it's not. Consult the local map. Local map says nothing. Okay. Well then. Wow, these guys are remarkable to have butchered a mammoth like that. So, I may just need to kind of force my way up the slopes somewhere or other. Can feel a bit silly, but better than slogging around endlessly looking for a path that might or might not exist. The trick here is basically to run back and forth a little bit and jump a lot. I don't like doing it because it feels very silly, as I've said, but and it's not working in this spot. Sometimes you just need to go around to another patch. And you never know, maybe you'll find the actual way through. Is this a path? Well, it's close enough. I think this will work. Good. Can save myself the indignity of needing to do that absurd jump up the cliffs. Ooh, I've aggroed something hostile over there. Is it an animal? No. It's... oh, yes. It's a very far-sighted... ooh! Get off me! What are you, animal number 10 or something? Ah, so mage is at work. That's cool. Isn't there usually a mage around here? Maybe the saber cat killed him. They can be fighting the wildlife, I think, sometimes, which I always enjoy seeing. Well, if they're not here, they're not here. So, I will consider my gear for this next section. I might well put on my necklace of spell resistance. I will probably put on my apparel of, well, the Archmage's boots if I'm expecting to see shock. We'll see what I see. Yeah, resist magic, I think, over the amulet. I should have plenty of magic in there. I'll eat an Elzer fondue. I do have so much of it right now. That's weighing me down, even. And maybe I'll muffle myself before I go in. Just crouch to get the lay of the land before I attack. I'm pretty sure there's no major story here, just kind of like a random dungeon full of... oh, clever. It's a trapped mammoth skull. Those things deal insane damage, like easy instant kill damage. Should be able to skirt around it like this. You tell me. You're the conjurer, you should be an expert in this. Can I set it down like that? Well, maybe it's not actually one of the trap ones, maybe it's just a decorative one. Well, mammoth skull like traps are probably the most dangerous traps in the game in terms of damage. They do way more damage than regular battering ram traps, for unclear reasons. Can't tell if you're a dark elf or a high elf. Oh, okay. Drat. Others, but not in the immediate vicinity. Well then, very well. Lots of unexplained caster stuff around here. They really can't break themselves from the habit of thinking of alchemy as being a mage thing rather than like a rogue thing. Looks like they made it in this game. Very well then. There's nobody else in the room. You get an Atronach. Yep. Ooh, it's in the depths. Ooh, and he has got an Atronach. Okay. A freestanding Atronach, it looks like. That will not be unsummoned at any point. Take out the mage first. He's the real threat here. When he dies, I can focus on the Atronach. Shouldn't be too difficult. Nice. So for the Atronach, of course, I want to use frost spells, and I can also rely upon it to refuel me. Like so. Ooh, get another conjurer in there, though. I don't want to be hit by whatever she's slinging. Ooh, a whole bunch of conjurers in there. Familiar. I think that might have been... yeah, it's in the dark elf then. I'm going to run over this way, I think, and get a better position. Get charged up, make another summon here. Fight in this confined space. Don't want to fight a whole giant crowd out there, you know? So, we've got a powerful one up there. Did I get him? I can't tell. And this crowd... oh. Should be able to get some of them. Fire is not something that I appreciate. We'll burn all these guys pretty bad at this. That's something. What are you? Are you, wow. strong one. You should now be hostile. Everything should be hostile to you, so you should get torn apart pretty fast. That'll be something. Wow, a lot of Atronachs. I don't even know which ones are real and which ones are... Alright, just going to keep them fighting each other as best I can. Sure. Alright, anybody who like stupidly wanders away from the party, I can murder in here. I might need to just turn on my Breton power for this silly situation. We'll see. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually just give that a go. I dare. I guess I shouldn't have used fire on that guy, but whatever. I like fire. Did it not activate that power? Oh, that did something else. How weird. Okay, well, there you are. Yep. I don't know if he's hostile to his own summon or not. I do know I can banish his own summon, and I may do that now. Let's get it out of my way. I've got stuff to do in here. Your ward should not be protecting you on this side. Just saying. Alright. Ooh, a bow. That's a weird choice. So these ones are like the real Atronachs then? Okay. Well, they can't do much to hurt me either as long as I'm in this form. So I will happily just refuel myself. Their actual, you know, claw attacks can hurt me, but not much. Alright. Probably could have done that without the power, but I think it was worthwhile just to speed things up and not need to worry about it. Good opportunity to get some fire assaults if I cared much about that. Probably not going to bother looking for all the corpses. That was actually quite a fun battle there. I didn't know you could pull them from all over the cave like that. Neat. Might be more in here somewhere, so I'll keep my eyes peeled and my magical senses focused. Kind of an icky place. Kind of a place you might get your feet wet if you aren't careful. Raw horker meat sitting in a basket? Yeah. Sure, I'll take all your stuff. It's especially fun to turn on Fury and like one guy who was surrounded by like 12 Atronachs at the time. He survived somehow, of course, but hilarious. Wow. They must all have just like one weird cave sound system where they get pulled in from seemingly large distances. Happens. I could use that, but I've got no either cheese wheels, so not much I can make that'd be worthwhile. Being a little sloppy here. If there's a trap, I might regret it. Books. I think I've got... Ah, Brief History of the Empire, Volume 3. I'm looking for that for a long time. Corundum. Corundum is a real mineral, by the way. It just bears no resemblance whatsoever to what it is in Skyrim. Looks like we're pretty much all clear in here. Okay. What's that? Ah, Alteration Skill Book. I've already read it, but I guess I can sell it. Same as those potions. Some kind of conjuration ritual going on here, I guess. one of the mid-level alteration armor boosting spells. I've said before how just totally worthless those are, even up to Ebony Flesh. Oh well, there's still one guy left. What do you know? I guess he's talking to himself. Probably never should have. The fact that they just keep raw horker meat around should have been a giveaway, man. How strong is that ward? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, he's got to heal himself? Hey, Atronachs, you screwed up. I'm trusting you to finish him off. Okay. Oh, Restoration 50. That's not bad. I could spend some perks, perhaps, and get the half cost on my useful Turn Undead and useful Repel Undead. That might well be worth it. I do always hesitate to give up level ups, which are so useful. I think I now have enough magic with the ring that I can just focus on health for a bit, so I'll do that. 1 perk to increase. Well, I've got what I really want from Illusion for a while. I do want to get this perk eventually, but I'm a ways off from it. And the things along the way are not that great. This one has some uses. Some uses. Conjuration I haven't invested in, I don't intend to start. I still need another 10 for that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's a great perk. It would be very welcome. That would slow down my gain, so I don't want to do it. Word Absorb, not worth it. That one is tempting. Very tempting. I think I've got what I need from there, so yeah. Half cost restoration. I'm going to repel so many undead. And we're back to the beginning. Doesn't make much sense, but it's elegant and saves it a lengthy journey. Alright, well, I hope you all enjoyed that episode. Seems like it's been a while since we had a conventional fun little dungeon crawl like that. Next time we'll get on with the Dark Brotherhood questline. Alright. If you enjoyed these videos, by all means subscribe if you haven't. Let me know if you have any questions I can answer about Skyrim. And as always, have a great day everyone.